Okay. And then... boop! And then... oh, wait. Oh, hold on. About here. There we go. Alright. Now, push this here. And if you would just... there we go. Thank you, YouTube. Just what I was looking for. Alright, so... today in Pathfinder Kingmaker. I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea how this is going to go. It's not going to give me a direct battle, proper warfare, because King Iraveti seems to like to use a ton of espionage, which is, you know, smart play on his part, because that's my critical weak point. Okay, now I need to figure out why this game has no sound today. That's not right. I'm pretty sure this game is supposed to make noise. Game? But apparently this game doesn't know that it's supposed to make noise. Doggone it. We had this problem the other day. Here's what I'll do. I'll reset the game and see. That worked last time. Apparently my playtime is 197.6 hours. I didn't realize I played that. Steam. I turned the game off. Hey, Steam. Shit. You can tell I'm a professional and I have everything in order before I push the button to make the stream live. Yes. I can't imagine why I'm not in the top 100 YouTubers yet already. With service like this. Alright. Ah! My thumbnail may also be wrong. Well, I got everything else right. Here, I can fix that in just a second. Much better. Much better. So, we have different leads to follow. All I really want to do is advance all of my advisors by about 100 levels so they start succeeding. Hey there, how's it going? Yeah, I just fixed that. I don't know if it's updated yet, but that should fix any moment now. I hope. Yeah, I don't really feel the whole fortified military area thing. I don't really see the advantage to building a bunch of... What's this? Who left shit on my streets? Who's littering? How dare they? Ah! Look at this! Unsightly! Here, take all of these and recycle them to be toilet paper in all the privies. Oh, this is shit propaganda. How do I compare a lion to a flea? Yeah, that's not gonna really work convincing people. Nah. No, this is pretty shitty propaganda. I have nothing to fear from this crap. And here I thought they were hiring bards to actually write, like, tavern songs and shit that are catchy tunes. But no. Anyway, dump this, dump this, dump this, dump this, dump this. Nah, I'll keep them. Oh, you've already overtaken me? Wow. Ah. Alright. Well, it's not a lot of cash, but it's not nothing. Yeah, no, I need that one. Can only be won by neutral. I think somebody can use it. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty good cash, actually. I'm happy. The game wants you to choose the neutral good option when dealing with the sex priest. Oh, okay. I see. Well, that's too bad. Oh, well. What, would he have decided to become a deva if he got his happy end? Somebody else was telling me that Amari needed to be willing to throw herself on her sword for some reason for her happy ending. Or something. And I'm like, that does not sound like a barbarian triumph to me. Beating the shit out of your enemies is how barbarians triumph. Get out of here. And, you get to have a summoning ring. Yay. Huh. Oh well. I'm just happy he's still my advisor. That crazy Desna priest who believes he's some kind of angel. Whatever. So long as he keeps getting the job done. Oh, fatigue, of course, that would be why. Okay, the question is, what the hell are we doing now? I wish these things would stay closed. Alright, so, need to go to tax, which they won't let me in. At least not last time I came. Interview citizens. Still no idea what this wants me to do next. Like, I'm genuinely baffled. I may have to just Google what the hell to do here, because I don't know. Not that I mind the stool. The storyteller needs me to collect things and memories related to Nerissa. As many as possible. Oh, just allocate kingdom resources. I mean, okay, fine. I think I already did that. And the title of the chapter. So I allocated something to this. I don't know where Little Town is. I couldn't find it. I looked at the border, but I don't know where to fight. Do I just walk up and down the border? What does it want from me? You killed the spirit and got the good ending. Oh, well, I don't know what it wanted. I thought Amari had a perfectly happy ending, but apparently there was some kind of sword or something she'd get that I didn't. I don't know. It's not like I really care what she's wielding as a sword. How many magical things are left to kill? Where's that? Ah, here it is. There's only 10 things left, but they're not marked on my map, so I don't know where to go. Talk to 4? Who's the 4th NPC? I talked to everybody that was listed. Hold on, let's look at it again. Verdel the blacksmith, done. A victim of theft himself, as well as the city trader. They're bound to do something with the mysterious thieves. Moreover, Alina the innkeeper has definitely heard something about that. Alright, so I talked to the blacksmith, who's a victim of the theft, as well as a city trader, which, yeah, he is. I talked to Alina the innkeeper, and And I talked to Verdell. I don't know who the fourth person is. I'll just poke around town a little bit, see if something shakes loose. Let's go ahead and take a peek at Amari. Let's just see what her sword is. Because I haven't even looked at the thing. Maybe she has the happiness sword already and I just didn't notice. I know Ragagar randomly got a cloak when I visited his orc village. I'm guessing every character gets a souped-up item. I mean, I got a crown, so I can't complain, but I'd rather like my fighters to get something. Let's see what you got there. No, it's just a masterwork piece of shit. Okay, well, I don't know. I got no idea. I really gotta level up all these people. I don't feel like leveling up all these people. Their 16th level might give them a stat boost, which would be useful. But other than that... I don't want to enter all the houses! Alright, let's try this house. This place was upscale. Maybe... There's no one here. Wasn't there people here? Yeah, here's some people. Man, Citizen is such a common name in this town. Okay. It's fine. I'm not even using her second slot. Because I don't care. Hey. Why did he cast Expeditious Retreat on himself? Well, outbarred him in the street! You won't intimidate us! I'm casting Expeditious Retreat, though! Well, outbarred him in front of everybody! Shame him! Let him leave town! You don't have anything stolen from you. Verdell? Seriously, Verdell? Oh, wait, no, this is Irene. Sorry. Elena? I'm sorry, I don't know who Hassoff is. No, wait, isn't that... No, that's the merchant. Okay, talk to him. Verdell. Was that the innkeeper? I think that was the innkeeper. No, that's you. Okay, shit. The innkeeper was Alina. Who the hell was Highlad? Tristan just gains permanent awesomeness. Well, that's nice. Highlad. Highlad. That must be the person I'm missing. I just have no clue who that is. I don't keep good track of people's names, apparently. Is there anybody named Highlad anywhere? Who's... Maybe in the bar? Where else would a Highlad be? I could just enter every home. Kick in everyone's door, snoop around their house. Randomly point fingers at townsfolk going, "You're a Highlad, aren't you?" No? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I talked to her. Highlad. Maybe it's the librarian. Is the librarian named Highlad? I don't think the librarian had a name. But I mean, suppose some of my precious books could have been stolen. No, his name is Head Librarian. Never mind. The guards captain? I thought that was, I thought I appointed Econ to that position. Okay. Where does the guard captain live? Maybe he's in my castle. Yeah, he must be in the throne room, right? No. Doggone it. Oh. No Highland. Well, that ain't good. East, huh? Alright, we'll head east. This quest's a pain in the ass. They should have just put markers on my map. I know putting markers on the map is kind of lazy, but sometimes it's the preferable alternative. You! Why don't you explain why you're staring at me like that? I'm the king. I'll stare at anyone I feel like. Oh, Uncle. When are you gonna change that old armor? The magic beasts crumpled it so badly. Oh, do you need armor? I probably have some armor just lying around at any given time. Oh, you still have a lot to learn. If only you knew how many times it saved me in that battle. Please don't think me a fool and a drunkard. I walked into your throne room at first I thought it was a vision. I didn't think of much of it. Well, then I saw your throne in the corridor and it was running away. Oh, animate object? I mean, that's the easy way to get it thrown out, I guess. Not by itself. Never mind. I just couldn't see who was carrying it. Perhaps someone really tiny or just invisible. Look, we live in a world with magic. There's telekinesis, man. I mean, it's not... Okay, anyway. Maybe it was, you know, magic? Oh, does that exist? Oh, that changes everything. Yeah. Why the hell did I talk to that idiot? Why the hell did I talk to that idiot? Alright, what's up next? What? Was he? Shit. Okay. Well, now I just feel stupid. Whoops. Alright, let's see here. Actually, we're pretty much done. Man, we failed a lot of quests in this set. Anyway. Alright. I never did find... He wanted an emerald or something. And I just haven't run across one. I don't know what the special mark tagging layers is, but I guess we're done here. The only problem is I don't know what to do. What if I just wander up and down the border? Would it randomly trigger encounters with the bandits? I just don't know where Little Town is. If I could find Little Town, I could do something? I guess? You know what? I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna ask Google. Pathfinder. Little Town. Alright, we're gonna find out where the hell this is right now. Alright. Okay, hold up. Here it is on the map. Okay. Okay, I see it on the map. It's, okay, I think I know where that is. Okay, actually, yes, it's just one of the areas I haven't been yet. Okay, fair enough. It just happens to be in a little tucked away corner I didn't explore. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. We'll just teleport our way over there and visit this little town. I just don't want to waste a great deal of time wandering back and forth in looking for stuff. Glenshire. So it's... No, wait, I've totally been here. What the hell? It's here. It's at the end of this road here. Huh. Well, I suppose I might as well take this opportunity to explore more territory. The menagerie. What the? There's an event here. Discover why monsters are attacking the kingdom is got an exclamation point here, does it? What the hell? It was gonna be that easy. I mean, I'll just walk right in and find out. Oh, hey, look, it turns out they have a whole bunch of tigers in cages and they're just releasing them into our sewer system. Ha! That happened once. A lion or a tiger or something got into a sewer. It was a pretty crazy kind of epic tale, and why in the world is my thing dead? And oh my gosh, these are not like the trolls I was fighting in the past. Look at these! This is the kind of troll soldiers I wanted! Oh. Well, maybe when I've taken Iravetti, I'll be able to have them. I can throw fireballs. I mean, sure, why not? I guess I will. This seems like a great time to throw one. I think I'll just buff you. And I'll buff me, just in case I need to make a skill check. And, shield is good. And, I don't really feel like going all out. This is probably good enough. Darn it, he didn't finish the fireball. Oh well. Wow, they're most of the way dead from a single fireball. Regeneration 5. Oh wow, they're not very strong actually. They're actually kind of pathetic. It better not be. My perception is min-maxed to all hell and back. My perception is ridiculous. It's a 40! I should be able to see through walls with that kind of perception. I should be able to see microorganisms. Oh, hey, it's the two troll kids I let live. We know you, Borba. We see you before. Borba kill Father Kargad. We be a long time hungry wait search. Now Borba be here. What? They're just hanging out, doing the best they can. No. Screw that. Adopt them. Congratulations. You two are now princes. Now get back in my castle and we'll sort this out later. You've been adopted. Why is it not an option? What the hell is with this set of options? What is with this set of options? Bullshit. Throw them back out into the cold with no food or anybody to take care of them again? No! Raise them to be my personal bodyguard death trolls. They could be awesome. No peace. You don't kill Kargad, he kill you. You don't kill us, we kill you now. I'm a master of persuasion! What the fuck? They don't even have regeneration. Screw this. Bullshit. Bullshit. What's going on, game? Game, what are you doing? Great, I think the game broke. We'll just avoid the left side and thereby avoid one stupid encounter. Kind of pissed about that. Come on. Oh, you know what? I'm forgetting to equip something. Right. Oh, there you go. Yeah, sure. We'll see what an Nereid can do. Ha! Double fireball. Nothing. Yeah, I agree. The surprise rounds are kind of dumb. Here's a proper turn. Do as you like, my Nereid. Look, there's one left for you. What you got? Oh, you did a couple points of constitution damage to finish it off. Not bad. Alright, so the game broke over here. Let's make sure we fling fire this time. Surprise! There's some fire for you. All right. Oh, this thing has a beguiling aura. Nice. Alright, I'll take a peek. Oh, you got iron golems! Oh, that's cool. Oh, I didn't mean you to move forward. Wow, that troll did nothing for damage. Oh, 1d3 acid damage. That's it for the troll. It was too much for him to handle. Wow, this guy, this random smith had a full set of, total garbage. Well, isn't that nice? Don't I have a, yeah, a ring that's got, it's basically a +4 ring, so... Ah, here we go. Oh, shit, right. Neutrality. You're kind of neutral, right? There you go. Alright, well, that's nice, I guess. Stay inside the circle. Does he care if he loses a few toes? He'll grow new ones. Ah. Is that what they're doing? They have a teleportation circle. You know, that would be a convenient thing for me to move back and forth between my territory and this. Many times I have to say it. Don't bother me, you and I. Sorcerer turns and cries out when she sees you. Bleak, nearly gray hair sticks out from under her ridiculous leather helmet. An insane light gleams in her bloodshot eyes. Hey, how about you join my team? Ah, there you are. I've been waiting for you for some time. Everybody was afraid you would find us immediately, but he obviously overestimated your ability. This is immediately. You just started this war. Also, you're fessing up to who's responsible for this, so if I just, like, paralyze you and then just drag you back, maybe cut out your tongue so you can't cast spells, break your spine so you can't move so good, we can always heal that damage later on with a little bit of magic, and then you can confess everything. Right? Of course it's me, the great and terrible Nerzertropple, the most feared sorceress in these lands and any others, and the mistress of teleportation at your service. Why are you working for this asshole? Oh, I don't care about your Iravetti, that lewd snow drag. But you can't argue with the bleaching. Oh, okay, yeah, that gnome stuff. Yeah, there was a quest line that might have been about fixing that. I don't know. I missed out on it. You turn to anyone when your hair starts to lose color and the skin to fade and wrinkle. But just look at what he helped me build here. Even you must appreciate it. Find a system of overground caves and clear it of all the critters. Create a gigantic teleportation circle capable of transferring whole hordes of monsters. Breed and train huge uncontrollable beasts. You seem to be controlling them just fine. And hurl them wherever you wish. Hurl them at naked guards in a bathhouse, onto the bed of a merchant couple, into your privy even, or to the tower roof. And watch them try to get down from there through the magic ball, or better yet, drop them into a lake. Think of the splash! You have a teleportation circle that does receiverless teleportation anywhere you feel like? That's pretty damn good. Okay, yeah, so this was a quest I missed out on. Yeah, okay, well, that's the way it goes. What could you possibly know of the bleaching? You would never understand this quiet, crawling horror. I do like making deals, and you do seem useful. And why the hell is this a good aligned option? How low? Are you a king or a haggler? Kings haggle. It happens. Only fools don't. Only fools refuse to bargain when there's something at the table that they might be interested in. I would like a mistress of teleportation. I'm more curious how the hell you're controlling wyverns. You say you breed them, but they're ancient. How did you breed ancient wyverns? I don't know what you guys are doing here, but it's interesting at least. Maybe they have a time hole that they drop them in? Oh, well, look at this. I just happen to have another fireball. You know, I probably should be targeting the teleporter here. Ooh, mind fog. Nasty stuff. We can take it. What? I did sneak attack damage to my own team. Now hold up a second. Why would I do sneak attack damage to my own team with that? I agree with the regular spell damage, but come on. Are you meleeing them? Oh well, she seems to be fairly resilient, I guess. You know, I'm just gonna add an elemental. I think air. There you go. Ooh, those fortitude saves, huh? My gosh, you're on the edge of death. You know, I think I'd rather stay out of the mind fog. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I'm gonna go with Cure Serious Wounds. That helps him a little. Shit. Fine. Into the fog. So much for my poor Nereid. Hey, it's still there. Well, that's nice. Wow, we keep sucking. And maybe a fire elemental to boot. A little healing music. Alright. This fight is completely and totally over now. Ooh, there goes the baleful polymorph. Yeah, it's done. Okay, next thing on my agenda. I'm gonna have to buy more of these. Could I just get a staff of res? I'll have to see if I can craft something like that. I don't think I ever took the skill to forge staves. Staves were always weird. Wands were simple and straightforward. Staves were like, oh yeah, this thing's gonna have a bunch of different related spells in it and then use charges. And that's just how all staves work. But if I'm gonna make a staff, it's just so I can do one thing, probably. Ah, well then you want a wand! Those only do one thing. Okay, great, I'll make a wand. Those only go up to, what is it, 3rd level spells, and then you can't make them anymore? We know that there's no unbaleful polymorphing. So why do we have to kill this person? Just scoop the puppy up under your arm, and we'll break the curse when we, want the confession. Seems straightforward. Ooh, level up. What? No incriminating documents conveniently on hand? Well, Iravetti just lost an invaluable sorceress and his teleportation cave. Think we should rub this thing out? Honestly, it looks like it's pretty scuffed up already. I don't know how it's still functional at this point. Oh, rods are a completely different animal. Rods have nothing to do with either of those things. Rods just do anything, really. It's like, this rod turns into random weapons. You push this button, it's a mace. You push this button, it's a spear. Nobody's going to use it. Because weapon focus is a thing. And everybody who's a fighter has the feat weapon focus. No one's gonna want this. And then it's all like, this is an immovable rod, which is probably the coolest. And the rod of lordly might, and it's like all of them are just like random shit. Rods are just anything, really, I guess. They do whatever you feel like they do, as the DM. If you want to make a really weird ass item, just say, "Oh yeah, it's a rod." Yeah, this has been a pretty cool game. It's got its problems. It definitely has its issues, but it's a top tier top-tier RPG. We just don't get that many great RPGs anymore. Actually, I mean, there was a time when they were coming out right and left, but the Western RPG has kind of been on the decline. Oh, yeah, that's also a thing that rods can do. Yeah, the metamagic rods. They're ridiculous. They're so ridiculous. Would you just die now? Hold on. Fix. Okay. And I don't happen to have any kind of... Oh, look at this. And he's all better. Just like that. Alright, level 16. So this will give us another stat point. Boom. 30 charisma. Take that. Look at these stats. They're so good. I still need more stat points. You know what? I don't think I need to use magic device. I'm pretty consistent at nailing that. Let's make sure we can disarm traps to the limit. And let's take that. Ah, 6th level magic! Is this good enough to fight at the bottom of that stupid dungeon? No, it's not. But hey, cure moderate wounds mass. I haven't seen the worst of the game yet. Uh-oh. Well, that's concerning. Irresistible dance. There's literally no save. Oh, what's this? There's a will save? What is there a will save? No. This is Otto's irresistible dance. There is no save. That's the entire point. It is the middle finger to whatever you are. You can't do anything for a little bit. You're dancing. It's literally in the name. It's literally in the name. Alright, let's see what the save does. Effective was -4 penalty to armor class, -10 penalty to reflex saves. You can't use your shield. You provide an attack of opportunity each round. Okay, a successful will save reduces the duration by 1 round. I'll let it pass. I'll let it pass, I guess. Still mostly irresistible, I guess. Alright, let's see. What do we got here? Song of Discord. We start our own Discord server. Very nice. Do I want a big summon? I kind of do, actually. Overwhelming presence? Oh, I'm a king. I need this. This just sounds like a thing I would do. Everyone falls to the ground and prostrates themselves before you, believing it bows before a divine presence. The creatures are cowering for the duration of the spell. Yeah, this is a king thing right here. This is just a thing that I do. Brilliant inspiration. Open a link between your mind and the subject's mind, giving advice and encouragement for as long as the spell effect. Each time they make an attack roll, skill check, or ability check, it rolls 2d20 and takes the better result. If any roll is a natural 20, the spell's effect ends. Okay, let's do the quick math real quick. I cast this on my awesome fighter. He's hasted, so right now that means he's making 5 attacks. We roll those 5 attacks. We roll 2 dice each time. That's 10 dice rolled. There's a 50-50 chance that this spell ends within the first round of its use. Yeah, that's a problem. Ugh. Also, every time you make a skill check, you're making random skill checks, knowledge checks, against your opponents all the time, constantly, to see their stats and things. This is such a cool spell, but that nat 20 ends it thing, that just ruins it. That just completely ruins it. I mean, I could still use this when I'm trying to find, when I'm trying to do skill checks, maybe. Or what do we got here? What's this one? Euphoric Tranquility. Creature in the effects of this enchantment is in a state of euphoria. Until the end of the spell's duration, the creature's speed is halved, and it must succeed a will save or be... Okay, never mind. Nope, no. I know it's early access, but every time I see EA in a gaming context, I can only think of Electronic Arts. Let's see, we got Eye Bite. Emotion, negative emotion. I don't see a save. Well, anything that I'm fighting against is sickened for 10 minutes, so pretty much forever, as far as combat's concerned. Sicken the target. I mean, it's irresistible, but it's, you know, it's not that great. Honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed in my spell selection for the highest level. I feel like there are some critical bard spells that are missing here at the moment. Unfortunately, these kind of spells don't seem great when everyone's got belts and helmets that are, you know, don't stack with it. I guess it's good for summons? Boost all my summons by some? I guess that's okay, but I don't even have Bull Strength as an option here. Brilliant Inspiration's the best spell, but it's just... I suppose I could go with Shadow Enchantment, which doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Or maybe I should just learn to scream at people. I could just scream at people. Nobody resists sonic damage. And it stuns. You know what? Okay, actually, yes. Yeah, actually, okay. Stunning for 1 turn. This is really good, actually. Yeah. Overwhelming Presence and Scream. There we go. Yeah, I can feel okay about that. Oh, yeah, 5th edition has a thing going. I haven't played it, but I am familiar with the advantage-disadvantage thing. I suppose I don't have a strong opinion on it, honestly. I'm not necessarily against simplifying the rules. Necessarily. I haven't played it, so I haven't seen how it's implemented. It's just sometimes when they simplify things, they do something stupid and suck away all the depth. It's an interesting one. Fighting the Bleaching. Practical guidance. The youth shall leave their malady behind. The bleaching does not cling to people until they mature. What color is your skin? Apple-cheeked yesterday, but deathly pale today? That's an alarming sign. Closely monitor the condition of your skin, hair, and eyes. Never be bored. Curiosity is your best protection. Have a finger in every pie. Don't break your neck. Be prepared to stand up for yourself or run for your life when you venture out to seek adventure. Never get up. There is a remedy for adventure, and it isn't pills, but a new wardrobe or a new lover can stop the disease, and a proper journey can prevent its onset for a long time. You're not alone. Find yourself some soulmates. They might just give you a new lease on life. Personally, I suspect if you go and hang out in the Feywild, that'll probably inoculate you, at least while you're there. Though you might not be able to return to this boring plane of existence anymore after being there for a while, without it catching up to you. Sorry, First World, as they call it now. Whenever I think of First World, I think of Erstwelt. Something that my father wrote. So it's a bit disconcerting to me that a story I've known since a child had something in it essentially called the First World that has no relation to the Pathfinder one. Oh, I didn't automatically grab the loot? Ooh, I might have to go back in. I mean, 3.5 was already... 3rd edition was already a major simplification over 2nd edition that a lot of players refused to accept. But I like 3rd edition. My first time playing D&D was 2nd edition, my first character, but I got into 3rd edition kind of early, and it was good. It was my jam. I liked it a lot. And it's not that Thaco makes perfect sense and is simple once you understand it, but there's no reason for it to have been written backwards in the first place, because it just makes it tough for new players to get into it. And you have to explain it to them. And there was just a lot of things in 2nd edition that are just... Also, I didn't understand why save versus wands and save versus spells were two separate stats. The saves in 2nd edition make no sense. Even before I had seen 3rd edition, the saves in 2nd edition made no sense the way they were arrayed. So changing it into fortitude, reflexes, and will, although I personally think there's a mistake in the saves in 3rd edition. I think they're wrong. I think the mistake is there's 2 physical and only 1 mental save. I think fundamentally there should have been 2 physical and 2 mental saves. The will save for your willpower should have been a charisma save. Your charisma should have given you willpower. And then a wisdom saving throw would have been a perceptions save. So the wisdom save would have let you see through illusions and shit like that. Whereas the willpower save would be like somebody's trying to dominate your mind and you go, "No, this is my mind." And you don't let them. Like that, but I mean, that's a small gripe. That's a very minor gripe. Also, for some reason, people don't like the number 4. People like the number 3, just generally speaking. Alright, so much for the monsters. Alright, next up, we're going to find the Propagandists. Okay, so we were scooching along. I really like, there's a comic I used to read, a webcomic, and they had an old man named Thaco, an old goblin. And it was just like, it's just a great name. Attacking from stealth. Pathfinder here gives +2 attack bonus and makes your target flat-footed. While in 5th ed, it's yet another source of getting advantage. Yeah, 4th edition started to do this, you have combat advantage stuff, and they started keywording things around it. Actually, one really good keyword that 4th edition added to the game was bloodied. Bloodied is a brilliant keyword. It just meant all they had was it's when you're at half health or less, and they would key it onto all kinds of things. So a monster would be like, when it's bloodied, it can use this ability. And players would have abilities like you'll do this attack will do a whole bunch of extra damage if the opponent is bloodied because it's a finishing move. And I'm like, that's great. I don't know if half hit points is the right place to put it, but I mean, you could just arbitrarily decide it's anywhere, like when they've lost 1/4, when they've lost 3/4. You could totally make a track so that there would be bloodied and then there would be critical or something. But that was a good keyword. Like there are things in 4th edition that are really good. I just don't like the whole thing. But there are bits and pieces you can pull out of 4th edition, and you could put them into any other edition. You could just be like, you know what? This ability is amazing. This attack is so cool. I'm just going to pick it up and put it in 3rd edition, or 2nd edition even. A lot of it is fairly easy to reverse engineer. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, the Orient in the Orient. Well, specifically with Japan, it's because she means death. So it's ich ni san shi, and shi is death. Actually, I usually hear Japanese people say ich ni san yon. They use yon when they say 4 instead, because she is death and it's unlucky, and yeah. We have the 4 horsemen. So I mean, we got our end of it too, but kinda. And I have no idea why the hell the number 13 is considered unlucky. Never made a lick of sense to me. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, 2nd edition. Plenty of good things I could say about 2nd edition. Just second AD&D was but there were also a lot of things where it was just like there was a lot of hard restrictions that didn't necessarily make sense sometimes, and oddities in the rules, artifacts left over from I'm so tempted to just try to take his stuff by force, but his shop does sometimes change up, and sooner or later he's going to sell me something good if I keep waiting. A wand of... You must have a melee weapon in hand to get... Never mind. Oath of Peace. Huh. As a wand. Yeah, sure, I'll take one. Crushing despair. I've been a Christian all my life, and I've never heard that before. He had 12 disciples, not 13. I don't understand how that could be connected to 13 being unlucky, but who knows? Maybe it was a Catholic thing? I don't know. Sounds kind of far-fetched and strange to me. If you were going to have an unlucky one, you'd figure out you'd figure out the order Jesus recruited everyone, and then you'd say, aha, Judas was number 5, so 5 is unlucky. Not, he only had 12, so obviously 13 was bad? That's very strange. Ooh, what's this? Oh, never mind. I thought that was a summoning scroll. 4 equal yon in Japanese. If it stands more or less alone, but if you want to say 4 dogs, you'd say Shihiki no Inu. Oh. Oh, okay. My Japanese is kind of shit, and I know it's kind of shit. The finer points elude me. Ooh, maximum. What the hell is... Oh, okay, right. Greater, as in it's a greater rod. Ah, 9th level spells. Jeez, this might be worth it. It costs a fortune, but... this is only a +4. No, I think we're done here. Do I want this? Do I? Let's consider. Here you go. Oh, 12 disciples plus Jesus equals 13 people? Well then, shouldn't that make it a holy number? Not an unlucky one? The 13th guest to arrive at the Last Supper. Well, I mean, okay, there we go. There we go. Judas arriving at the Last Supper. All right, that makes it a 13th person, I guess. That one makes at least a little bit of sense. I can understand that one. There was for a while a hand of cards that was considered terribly unlucky in the 1800s. It was called Dead Man's Hand because someone was shot while holding it. Damn, who was it? It wasn't Wild Bill Hickok, was it? I don't know. Somebody got shot in the back while holding a certain hand of cards, and it became Dead Man's Hand. So it was considered very bad luck if you got that poker hand. Well, it would maximize my prismatic spray. It would maximize my disintegrates. I mean, I guess that's okay. You know what? I have no use for that greater wand of metamagic after all. I'm not going to spend all my money on it. Let's get out of here. Let's skedaddle! Aha! It just popped into existence! Why were we unable to find this earlier? Oh, what's going on in my kingdom? Doggone it. Oh well. Let's take a rest. I'm gonna have to buy rations now. Curses. Remember when I carried around food? Oh well. Yeah, the hotel's not having a 13th floor is hilarious to me. It's like all you did was number the 14th floor 13. That means it's still the 13th floor. I don't know. In Asia, they really believe in luck. They really do believe in lucky people and lucky things. Way more culturally accepted. Over here, most of us, with rare exceptions, like most Westerners are just like, eh. Like, if somebody gave me something with a 13th floor, I'd just be like, eh, and I'd go sleep. It means nothing to me. Literally nothing. But, yeah. What's interesting is that some superstition can be totally legit. Like, you can wrap up good ideas in superstition. You know, things that are unlucky could just be things that are likely to get you hurt. But so much superstition is just random and inexplicable, where you're like, are we just gonna murder all the bards? Are you kidding me? No. Let me have a big word battle with them. Let me throw down with some awesome convincing them to side with us. Oh my gosh, where'd that constitution damage come from? Shit, the delay poison wore off and he took more. Well, what can I do? Alright. There used to be a big to-do about moon madness, because more crime would be committed under a full moon. But you see, back in the old days, they didn't have electric streetlights, and it's difficult to commit crime when it's pitch black and you can't see anything. So when there's more moonlight, you're more able to see, and then you're more able to commit crime. Now, why there continues to be more crime under a full moon in our modern day and age, that's harder to explain. Alright, I'm just gonna throw down. They're not gonna be that tough. There's no way they're gonna be all that tough. I'll add in a big old fire elemental. A red cap, I guess. And... oh. I guess a mirror image is a good idea. Yeah, a couple barbarians wouldn't be amiss either. Yeah, this is more than enough. Yep, that's what it's gonna be. We just wander into town and murder all the bards because they're spreading propaganda. What happens if you're lawful good? Do the lawful good characters just come into this town and just start hacking off heads too? What the hell? How dare you write songs that are unflattering to me? I mean, I'm not entirely opposed to silencing the wagging tongues as an evil king, but, it really seems like I'm spec'd to, just beat them at their own game. Take all of their propaganda and turn it around on them. You know, fight bards with bards. They stick to their moon stances. Oh. You guys remember the Long War? My favorite of all the country bonuses was the one in China, where you got double the price for all the alien parts you sold. Whoever came to that was a genius. 2 lawful characters can always attack each other. Okay. Fun facts with lawful. So, a monk is considered lawful because they spend all this time meditating. They generally take vows and oaths and shit that they abide by their whole lives. They don't necessarily have to have any respect for the rules of a king in a country they're wandering in. They could wander into your country and not give a shit about you and your laws. Clerics can be extremely lawful while just straight up not recognizing the rule of law in a country that they're in, because the divine laws are higher and they abide very strictly by the divine laws that of their deity. That's the funny thing about lawful. More than any other alignment, lawful is a matter of perspective. Other alignments, not so much. But lawful is actually the weird one. It's actually probably misnamed. If it were called order, it would probably make more sense. You're aligned for order, but that's not what they named it. They put the law into it. So, confusion erupts. Yeah, I didn't really even bother fully buffing for this. I only ran a couple buffs. Hey, how's it going, Buster? We're going around slaughtering all the people who say bad things about me. I'm sure that there's no way this could ever bite me in the ass. My people are going to absolutely love me now. Nobody's ever going to call out this merciless slaughter of the relatively... Well, I mean, I'm not going to be able to quite call them innocent. They know what they're doing. They know that they're participating in a form of warfare. But at the same time... Yeah, see, actually, I used to own a first edition book. I've talked about it a few times. I bought it for a friend and I gave it to him for Christmas. It only went from levels 1 to 3. Literally, the book ended at level 3. You had to get the next book for levels 4, 5, and 6. And there was an advanced book that went all the way up to level 9, apparently. It had the monsters, the spells, everything. Being a dwarf, that was your class. If you said, I'm a dwarf, that's it, you're a dwarf. If you said, I'm an elf, that's where character creation ends. You're an elf. Roll your stats, you're good. But this was before the advanced word. This was just Dungeons and Dragons. They only had 2 alignments. They only had lawful to chaotic. That was it. They didn't have good. They didn't have evil. That was the original alignment. It was just order to chaos. Very kind of Michael Moorcock. Well, Michael Moorcock was one of the big influences to the creation of D&D. But yeah. Last time you did that, it sucked. Let's just do this. Got him. Nice! 103! I've mentioned before, I don't agree with that statement. History is not written by the winners. That's not how it works. History is written by those who know how to write. However, in this case, we seem to be killing all the people who know how to write, so, I mean, I guess that kind of does make it work out, then. But yeah, no, think about it. If a whole bunch of barbarians came in and conquered the shit out of your country right now, and they were completely illiterate, but they conquered your lands, and they were your king now, and you woke up every morning and they pissed on you. Like, that was it. You would write all kinds of shit about them. And so after they're eventually, whatever happens, and they go away, there'll be tons and tons and tons of writing in the history books about what assholes they were. History is written by those who know how to write. Now, if you just straight up kill every single person, well, then there's nobody left to write. And you can impose whatever you want on your own books, assuming that the people writing for you are on your side. Because, there's always dissenters. One of them ran off. I think he got away. I do believe he got away from me. Some of them have lingering performance. Oh. They don't even have any more pamphlets to deliver. They've already delivered them all. Hi. What's going on? There are clearly more people here. I had a comic idea way back when I was in high school for the burning of the Great Library. It was it was for one of the web comics I designed and didn't ever make happen. Look, this is the thing about a writer, okay? We'll have tons and tons of ideas for stories we don't ever get to. So many ideas, so many stories. Anyway, the main characters got time travel, and they went back, and they looted the Great Library just before it was burned, and just left blank scrolls. And then the people who are going to burn the Great Library show up and like, we can't burn this place. It's full of all this knowledge. And one of them finds out all the scrolls are blank, and they go, oh, well, never mind then. It's already been taken care of. Oh man, I had a bunch of different comics I wanted to do. I really wanted to get into webcomics back a while ago. Ah, here they are. Most people are neutral. Neutral people are relatively law-abiding. Actually, to be honest, our culture is very law-abiding. Asians tend to be even more so, but we're actually more law-abiding than we realize compared to other cultures. Like, we will stop at a stop sign in the middle of the night when there's no one around, anywhere. Because that's just what you do. You stop at the stop sign. Like, there's a ton of laws that we just obey because we obey without really incentives or reasons. It's just a thing. You just do this thing. Always. We're actually in the West more culturally, we're more lawful than we think we are. But traditionally, by D&D, neutral is very dominant among humans. Like, you actually have to be well outside the norms to get an alignment. So, chaotic people despise being told what to do. And they're extremely pro-freedom. It's so ingrained in them. They tend to be for freedom. They tend to hate the law. They just hate being told what to do. Lawful people, they have to have something very strong in them to be lawful. Like I said, monks are lawful. Clerics, a lot of clerics of lawful deities will be lawful because it's part of their thing. But most people are just making good isn't just the absence of evil. Good, you have to be making self-sacrifices, and it's not just an attitude. Generally, it involves actions. Not just your intention, but your actual actions speak to it. So, somebody who's actively sacrificing to help other people is good aligned. So, just running up, if you see somebody get hurt, just running over to bandage them alone isn't enough to be good aligned. It's not in and of itself. You have to be willing to make actual sacrifices, and kneeling down for a moment to bandage someone is not a sacrifice. It's not. It doesn't even qualify as a good deed in and of itself, believe it or not, by D&D rules. So, yeah. Adventurers who go out to fight monsters and risk their lives and bleed to protect other people, they're good aligned, if that's the reason they're doing it. And evil, it's not enough just to be greedy. You can be neutral and be greedy as all hell. Evil, you have to actively be willing to hurt others to get what you want. So, even stealing in D&D's context, stealing is not even an evil act necessarily. If you're stealing from, if you break into some rich guy's place and steal his stuff, by D&D rules, that's not enough to be considered evil, especially if you're starving or, whatever. Now, if you steal the last loaf of bread from a poor person, that's evil. You are like, screw you, you're going to starve to death, I'm taking your bread. It's like, that's evil. You have to be willing to actively harm people. So, most people are not evil. Like, even in our world, they wouldn't qualify by D&D standards. The easiest way to ask yourself, is this person evil, is if they thought they could get away with it, Would they stab somebody to take their wallet? If they thought there would be no repercussions at all, would they stick a knife into somebody's chest to take their money? That is an evil person by D&D standards. That's the kind of lines you have to cross. A lot of people, I know the alignment system is super muddled and everybody's looking at it with their own personal philosophies. There are things that I personally consider to be evil that D&D does not define as evil. The Book of Vile Darkness had a big thing right at the front of it. Evil is not misunderstood. Evil is not, like a huge thing of just evil is not, evil is not, evil is not, evil is not. This is what evil is. And then they were very explicit. Like, so... Yeah, Robin Hood was chaotic good. He's usually a favorite example, though Robin Hood did not steal from the rich. That is actually a misconception. Robin Hood steals from the government. He steals from Prince John. He steals from the tax collectors. So he is very much chaotic. He's literally directly opposing the government. He's not even robbing the merchants. He's robbing the government because he hates the government. So he's like the example of chaotic and good. Yeah, if you do just what's expected from you, you're not good, you're just normal. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. If you're just going along to get along, doing the best you can, you're just another person. You're just neutral. Almost everyone in the world of D&D is neutral. Now, in the world of D&D, their society in general tends to be a lot less lawful than ours because of just the nature of the times. Like, they don't have as many police and as many security cameras and as robust a justice system as we have, and people tend to fend for themselves a lot more in D&D's universes. Unless you're in a very strange campaign setting, most people are self-reliant to a certain extent, more so than in a modern society. But that has a lot to do with tech level and stuff. That's really getting into the finer points of things when you get to that kind of stuff. Although, once you start going into the other societies is where D&D gets fascinating. Because it's like, okay, humans are neutral, fine. But what about Goblin Society? And Goblin Society tends towards chaotic evil. And you get a completely different kind of disorderly, crazy people that are interesting. And then you come to, like, the Ifrit in the City of Brass and how their society works, because they're lawful evil. And the Ifrit don't know that they're evil, necessarily. I mean, I guess they have to know that they're evil, but they're not exactly... Anyway, it's a whole different discussion, but it's fascinating when you start building different societies that have different ideas. Yeah. In a plutocracy, there's no difference between the rich and the government. according to Mussolini, you're describing fascism, actually. When corporate businesses take over a government, I think that was Mussolini, a very famous fascist from World War II, Mussolini. That's how he described fascism. Plutocracy is... maybe I'm getting into too fine a detail, but there are people inside and there are people outside. With a plutocracy, there is a certain number of people who are rich and in control. And then there are rich people who are not in control, who may or may not try to take control, but there's always outsiders. Because, you know, the rich and powerful people who have control, who have the reins of the government in their hands, don't want to share. Isn't that always the way of things? So, you know, are we going to murder everyone in this tavern? I have a feeling... I mean, we just outside... Alright, let's just see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen here. The elf and dwarf as a class... Yeah, well, they fixed it in advanced Dungeons & Dragons. Alignment is internal or external. I would say I really go with the actions define your alignment school of thought. I don't think it's enough to have intentions. I think intention is a factor. Intention is important. Why did you kill the dragon? To save the town? Or because you wanted its gold? But actions are always, to me, the driving thing. So if your cleric believes his god is good, and then he goes and murders a whole bunch of younglings, yeah, he's evil. If he believes his evil god is good because he's tricked, and then he doesn't do anything that crosses the line, doesn't do anything evil. Although there is a rule. I mean, I can totally see that happening. I can totally see an evil god giving a good guy powers. But technically, you're supposed to be within one step of alignment to be able to receive power as a cleric. Technically, a neutral person can gain power from an evil god, but a good person is not supposed to be capable of receiving power from an evil god. But that said, they're deities. They can totally break the freaking rules if they want to, I'm sure. So I can totally be on board with that. That's how you define... I mean, I guess. But again, it comes back to... Okay, so Joe Bob is the wealthy plutocrat with control of the government. And Billy over here is now the richest person in the universe. He has so much gold, he's bankrupting the economies of every town he walks through, just because of the lint that falls out of his pockets. But Billy doesn't have any control of the government. Joe continues to control the government. Joe has money, a lot of money, but not nearly as much as Billy. It's like just having gold doesn't instantaneously grant you governmental powers, even in a plutocracy. I'm sure Billy, with all of his money, could buy influence, but, I mean, you can do that in any freaking government. So, I mean, shit. Any form of government, the wealthy can buy favors. There's never been a form of government immune to that. And I don't believe there ever will be. I mean, unless, of course, the AIs take over. It seems no one noticed our entrance over the bustling noise of the tavern. Yeah, a whole bunch of guys and a giant snake monster burst through the door covered in blood and viscera. Nobody noticed. It's Pitax. That's just a Tuesday for them. A young half-elf with long, slick-back hair and a delicately curled moustache and beard is making a solemn speech. He drawls and flourishes his hands with a pretentious red face? Are red faces known to be especially pretentious? Makes it obvious that he's enjoying everyone's attention. Laughter and shouts of approval can be heard from the main table. Many other guests aren't participating in the gaieties, however. Some are yawning, while others aren't even listening to the speaker as they focus on their meals. No, sorry. I'm sorry. No. The ends justify the means? No, they don't. If you're an inquisitor, and you proceed to pull the toes off of a whole bunch of school children because, heresies are suspected in the area, you're fucking evil. I'm sorry. No. Again, actions, to me, actions are essential. Intention is intangible. Intention does play a role, but it's an intangible. The actions are the concrete things that you have and have not done. Even in the universe of Dungeons and Dragons, I hold to that actions must be part of it, which is why I complained so much at the beginning of the game that words were having effects on my alignment. I'm sorry. That just diametrically opposes my views as a DM. Wealthy that use money for... Yeah, I'm sorry. The wealthy use money for political purposes. They do it. I don't care where you are. I don't care what society you have. You could have a magocracy. You could have a theocracy. King, dictator, communists, doesn't make a difference. The wealthy are going to use money for political purposes. It's inescapable. It's not good. I don't like it. And I like laws that put some restrictions on it. But no matter how hard you try, you can't stop it. School children are evil and dangerous. I have seen some things in anime. Oh my gosh. The last one I watched was the hero... The overly cautious hero. I just wanted a couple episodes of isekai trash. I wasn't expecting anything good. I was expecting garbage. It was very entertaining. Surprisingly well written. Intricately put together. A lot of small detail. Like, as you get further into it, you realize little things from earlier episodes came into play. For a little, tiny, short, 12-episode thing, it was surprisingly good. But anyway, enough about anime. Valkyria Chronicles. How far are you going to go to beat evil? Yes! The old Nietzsche quote, "Be careful when hunting monsters, lest you become a monster." Yep. And that is a question you have to ask. And it's one of the reasons people love anti-heroes. Because anti-heroes will go all the way to accomplish their goals. People are really fond of characters like the Punisher and stuff because there's just like, oh, we'll just go whole hog. Screw it. I'll just be evil and beat the crap out of evil people. technology that drains children, gives them ultimate power. Get overrun and the planet will be lost forever, or use that forbidden technology to beat the evil country. Yeah. And that's the kind of questions when you're in war. War is hell. War is nasty. People don't understand. War is people understand war is bad, but people don't understand that to win a war, you have to do bad things. We haven't had a war since the Second World War. There hasn't been a war. Like, we've had all kind of terrible shit that I don't like happen all over the place. That's bad. But there's never been a question of your country will fall if you don't, like an even fight between two powers where the loser will be crushed and destroyed. We haven't seen that kind of thing happen. And it doesn't matter. Like, the public sentiment today would make such a war so impractical. Because there'd be video cameras, there'd be cell phones. People would see what actually goes down. And people don't have the stomach for it. I certainly don't. But I understand enough history to know what it means when a town is sacked. I know what a town being sacked means. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. No, it's not a good time for anyone. Except for the soldiers who are doing the sacking. They're having a great time. A horrifyingly great time. Yeah. And that's a question. There's a lot of fiction to explore that question. It's yeah. It's one of those big, deep moral questions. And where you stand on that kind... It's easy to take a stand when you're not in that situation. But if you are in such a terrible situation, it's good to have decided what lines you're willing to cross as a person before the terrible things happen. For example, I think that a normal, average person stuck in the Donner Party type situation would resort to cannibalism. I think most people when they're faced with actual starvation would do it. I won't. I can't. It's actually quite literally against my religion. And yeah, the last thing I want to do if I'm going to die is fuck that up. So, decision already made, and I know exactly what... I mean, I've fasted for weeks and stuff before, so I know what it feels like. Okay, I don't know what the actual starvation part feels like. I know it's really, really, really ridiculously awful. But, figuring that shit out before you're in the situation. And then, you might still fail. You might still violate what you had previously decided were your beliefs, depending on, how bad it is. But, I think it's good to know where your boundaries are. To decide them when you are still nice and comfortable and not in that position. Yeah. What if World War II, didn't happen? That's the wrong question. It's completely the wrong question. Don't ask about what if World War II didn't happen. Ask, what if World War I didn't happen? See, here's the thing. Killing Hitler ain't gonna do shit. Because he was more of, as far as I can tell, he was more of a figurehead. And there are a whole bunch of people behind him. He didn't invent that party. He was just a scum floating on the surface of it. But, yeah, no, there was so much more that led into that you're asking completely the wrong question. Prevent World War I, and it's a different world. I mean, for starters, there's still a whole bunch of kings. Will there be an atomic holocaust that destroys half the planet? Quite possibly, yes, especially with kings. Kings, there's a lot more wars when there are kings and dictators. There's a lot less wars when there's republics, actually. Funny enough. Yeah. Are you sure that your faith is stronger than preservation instincts? Uh-huh. And that gets into what I just said. Like, make the decisions now. You may fail the test when the time comes. But at least you know beforehand what you should do. At least you figured that much out. But yeah, no, you could totally fail in the actual situation, you know? It's life. It's life, and that's part of it. I'll tell you. Let's make an easier example. Perhaps the cannibalism one is a bridge too far. Before you fall in love with someone, figure out a few things. Because the moment you fall in love with someone, the blood flow to your brain cuts off, and you're not going to be doing any thinking. What am I attracted to? Why, the person I'm in love with right now. What do I want in life? The person I'm in love with right now. No good. Figure it out before you fall in love. So, what am I attracted to? Start figuring that out. Because once you know what you're attracted to, when you spontaneously find yourself lusting after someone, you might actually know why it is that you lust them. It's not because they're a perfect angel. It's not because they're a perfect being that farts rainbows. It's because, oh, that's right, I'm attracted to this, and this person has all those traits. I understand. And that at least gives you a bonus to your saving throw to fuck up your life. Because you're going to make a fuck up your life saving throw around that time. And, you want all the bonuses you can get on that. Then you need to actually figure out, what do I actually want in life? Do I wish to live child-free? Do I wish to have 20 children? These kind of questions you need to know first, because the other person is going to have their own ideas, and you're going to have to find somebody who wants the same things. If you're a family man, you need a family woman. If you're somebody who wants to travel, you need somebody who wants to travel. If you marry someone who's afraid to travel, you're going to be going everywhere by yourself. Like, this is the kind of thing. It's like, when you look at it that way, figuring things out ahead of the situation is just smart. It's just how you should live. Winging it, I'm sorry, too many people fuck their lives over. Too many people fuck their lives over. People I've known personally. I've seen the results of unwise decisions of the relationship kind. So, yeah, I hope that makes my philosophy, my personal philosophy, make more sense. The cannibalism thing was probably too much. But I think that one makes it a lot more digestible. Yeah, exactly, Peter. If you try to figure out why you want to love a person you're already in love with, then it's probably too late, and your brain will just tell you, yes, because your brain is going to just produce all the happy juices. And not in all cases, but in most cases, and in my own personal life, when you're in a relationship with someone, every effing person you know is gonna be pushing you two together. I don't know why, but that is the instinctual reaction of everyone. And it's not just me. I've seen it happen to other people. You get into a relationship and everyone around you is gonna be pushing you two together. I'm sure there are exceptions. Oh, hey, look, I saw the screen turn green. How about that? I'm sure that there are exceptions, but yeah, that's just been my experience and the experience of people I've seen and known. Yeah. So it's very hard to break out of if you're in that situation and you don't know what you're doing. Yeah. It's intense. It's intense. So. Well. Let's move on. I think that's enough philosophical talk for one day. I don't even know how we quite came to this point. I know it was started by the slaughter of a whole bunch of bards, and then somehow it spiraled into this. Well, congratulations, Peter. Then I guess you had it the other way around. As I said, I'm sure it happens the other way around sometimes. It's not been my experience. But, I guess you had the other way around. So, congratulations. Also, it's good you had to fight. I know, that probably sounds absolutely terrible, and it was probably a miserable time. But, again, I guess it's my philosophy. People tend to value more what they fight for, and assuming that she fought as well, it would make a stronger bond. I worry that a lot of people, marriage is too easy. It's way too easy. It's literally the path of least resistance. And then they're married. And then they wake up and go, wait a minute, why am I married? Holy shit, why did I sign something that got the government involved? Holy crap, there's a pregnancy now. Did we even discuss children? Uh-oh. Yeah, at that point, it's too late. At that point, you're already way down the track, and now decisions become difficult. Yeah, don't get into that situation. So, you end in a completely different place than you began and have no idea how we got there. Yep. Alright. Back to silly bar fights. So let's raise our cups, my brothers in arms, and drinking comrades. Here's to the most enlightened monarch of our times, who brought prosperity and culture to Patax, that skillful commander, that famous the world over for his military genius. To the ladies' man who's broken so many hearts with his humble charm and aloof attitude. To that patron of the arts, that philanthropist who generously is matched only by his wisdom and taste. In short, here's to Iravetti. Honestly, from what I've seen of the man, I don't even want him as an advisor. I don't think he's very capable, actually. Oh, I'm sure he's good at what he does in his own way, but nah. What a farce! His melodramatic eulogies are nauseating. Shh! Here, you'll make a scene again, just like last time. Finally, after emptying his glass, the half-elf notices you. Good gods, my brothers and sisters! Look who it is! Shouldn't I be using... I'm a master of trickery and disguises and persuasion and bluff and illusions! But okay then, I guess I just walked in as myself. Did you come in your dirty boots and tattered hand-me-downs to spoil our feast with that gloomy, hungry look? Tell you what, if you abdicate the throne and swear allegiance to Hadriex, I'll find a bone to throw you. Some of the dinner guests roar with laughter, while others look at you with interest, maybe even hope. Everyone stops talking and watching you. Trebiscent, enough with your pretentious bravado. You know what will happen if you don't surrender peaceably. You have the choice to prevent further bloodshed if you lay down your weapons. Oh, this one looks good. Free singers and poets of Hadriex! How much longer will... Oh, never mind. This is boring. This is literally the most straightforward thing you could say. Moving on. Bards of the Academy. Whether you're here because you believe me a worthless king, or for the money and laurels promised by Iravetti, I say you should judge me... Oh my gosh, this is boring. What's next? You think you should have thought twice before dragging my name in the mud. Nobody leaves this room alive. I want a bard fight. I want to jump up on top of here and go back and forth with witty banter between a half-dozen opponents and best them all with my sharp tongue. I'll just take the one option I got. What? Do you hear that? Pygmies and... Epigones? Epigons complain that they're not allowed to slander a giant among men, our protector, Iravetti. My speech seethes, friends. Let's show these vile traitors the bright flame held in our loyal hearts. Wow. I'm really disappointed in this one. Come on. I should have been... If we had to make a fight out of it, I should have been raiding like a printing press at least and setting fire to it. Like they should have found some way to print cheap pamphlets that would actually mesmerize people, like low-end enchantment and illusions, because they, I don't know, ripped the skin off of a bunch of gnomes. I don't care. Something evil, all right? And we come bursting in and burn the whole place down and free the gnomes. Like, wouldn't have that been a cooler quest? If we're gonna do bards, we should have, like, bloodshed could have been an option, but how cool would it have been to just crush them with words? I'm not expecting a combat system where I take hit point damage every time I fail a speech check or anything. I'm not expecting a total overhaul here, but at least the minimum of effort? Oh my gosh, they suck. They're humans. Like normal humans. I've gotten so used to every enemy in the game being level 1 billion for no reason. And in this case, it kind of feels bad because I'm just slaughtering, like, just people who said some things I disagree with. This cannot be good for my reputation. Oh, yeah, Alita Battle Angel was badass. The movie had some... I'm not going to claim it's a perfect movie, but it was a badass movie. I liked it. I enjoyed it. There was a lot to like about it. Ooh, yes, both my fighters. Yes. The 16th level. Yes. With that, we just got another point of accuracy. Then, well, another point because we gained a level. And, what do I want? Dodge? I guess I could take dodge. Dodge is a thing. Oh, wait, what if I took tiring critical? Critical mastery, which I don't yet. So, shit, I guess I'll just take dodge, whatever. Alright, we gained a point of AC, 2 points to our attack rolls. It's not the greatest level ever, but it's something. Oh, I rolled a 1. Guess I'll go as myself today. Huh. Yeah, I really think the best game for speech, for diplomatic options, was Arcanum. They really did the best job. Yeah, I should have a freaking dungeon. Honestly, prisons aren't the best choice. It's funny. I actually realized it when I was writing one of my novels. As ridiculous as that sounds, but that's when I realized how screwed up a prison system is. Just any prison system. It's just a bad idea. I mean, you need a certain amount of prison, but less is more, I guess? I guess only 2 bards joined me. Well, whatever, that's 2 more bards than I had in my kingdom before. It's, So I was writing a story, and I probably related this before, but I had a character, and I was like, where did she learn magic? She learned magic in prison, from other prisoners. And I started to realize as I was writing out this character's backstory, just how much magic thieves were passing between them, how many things they had figured out and were sharing, and how much more dangerous people were after leaving prison. I was like, oh, it's a good thing I don't live in a world where of course thieves are teaching each other how to be better thieves when you put them together. In our own real-world prisons. Oh shit, of course that would happen. They tell each other the best ways to do carjackings. The best ways to get away. Oh, fuck, no. Once I started down that trail of thinking, of relatively innocuous people being locked up with criminals and learning from them. You know, somebody does something stupid, smokes something they shouldn't have, and next thing they know, they're spending years in a prison. And I'm like, okay, I want as little prison as possible. There are cases where it's needed. And then I started asking, when I started designing my own cultures, I started asking terrible ethical questions that normal people never think about. Because when you're designing a, fantasy culture, they don't have the same sensibilities. And you start looking in history and go, ah, yes, when somebody steals, you cut off their hand. That's horrible, but that's what people did. What if my society does that in this terrible dystopian fantasy world? Wait a minute. Hold up. If I had a choice between 10 years in prison and somebody cutting my arm off, which one would I choose? Okay, let's see. You're 20. I mean, you spend 20... if you're old, if you're in your 90s, obviously you lose the arm because, 10 years in prison, you'll be dead before you get out. But if you're young, even if you're 20, that's the 10 best years of your life that you could have been working. Then you do the math on how much money you would earn even at minimum wage in 10 years that you've missed out on, and all the opportunities and stuff, and you start to think, maybe having them cut my arm off would be the decision I'd pick. Perhaps the prison is actually the crueler option. And you start asking shit like that of yourself, and you start realizing things. And so I have all kinds of problems with our current implementation of the prison system. I don't have all the answers. I don't have many of the answers. But hell, I know that what we're doing ain't the best system, is all I know. Man. Yeah. But yeah, no, you're right. What self-respecting king doesn't have a dungeon? That's right. Well, Arcanum, let's say that poor Troika had very limited development time and resources. They put out a really good game. Considering, all things considered, I think they did a fantastic job. I only wish they had had more time to smooth out the bugs and, finish polishing it. And Vampire the Masquerade, oh. Poor Troika. If they had but survived. The Swedish prison island? No, I don't know about that. Democracy is... The quote goes, democracy is the worst form of government. Except for all the others that we've tried. That's how that quote goes. I just realized, the game has full audio for me. Nobody's mentioned the fact that it has no audio for all of you, despite the fact that all the settings are identical to the last time we played. Just for no apparent reason, it's gone silent again. I'm gonna boost it to the limit, which is 26 decibels. Look at that, it's barely audible now. Good. At least it's audible, though. Still can't get into Hadriex to solve a couple of problems. Well, let's see. We've done this. We've done this. Oppose the influence of Hadriex. Bandits are raiding the provinces on the border and must be stopped. Okay, how the hell do I stop the bandits from raiding? I should be able to just tell my military. Would you go out and stop that?
All I do is march.
You're exiled to an island. Okay, they just send people to an island?
Dull when I'm tired.
So it's a penal colony. They just made a penal colony. Okay. Ah, poop. Someone's gonna have to hunt. I've been avoiding hunting. Oh wait, I could have just told my guy to find food. Shit. I don't know what to do. Let's though look over here. Regent inadvertently had the druids start their work on the most dangerous street of the slums. I'm sorry. This is the most spectacular level of stupidity I've ever heard. Oh, you want to help out in Chicago? Here, have absolutely no defenses, no guards, nothing. Have fun. Literally in like the worst gang street there is. I'm honestly appalled by the stupidity of that interaction. Like, that's the kind of thing where you just look at somebody and just go, you're fired. You're fired. There's nothing in your head. Bye. A new threat has appeared at my door. Great! Just what I need. Can you at least do this? Melancholy. A mysterious wanderer passed through the local settlement. Soon after his visit, an unnatural melancholy gripped most of the villagers. The mages claimed that he was a lost prince of the Fae himself. Okay. Well, I guess I'll have somebody deal with it later. Oh, what's this? I have to spend 60 days finding the throne? I still don't see why I don't just build a better chair. I mean, that one is just like bare wood. It's like the least intimidating throne you could have. I want a proper I'm an evil empire throne of scary. Never believe in yes, Realism Invictus. They tell you who the quote's from. Realism Invictus has such good quotes. It's such a good mod.
March. All I do is march.
And it's getting updated. I have a trailer for it just sitting around waiting for the author's word, and then it goes out. Repeating the same mistakes over and over.
I get tired.
Yep. There's actually several different philosophies when it comes to hiring and firing. I kind of like Walt Disney's. Walt Disney was kind of a dick. But he absolutely despised firing people. So what he would do is he would search sometimes for years. He believed every person had a purpose. Every person had something they could do. And he would spend years having a person transferred from one department to another to find what they were good at, rather than fire them. I respect that, even if I don't... I mean, I want to say I agree with it, but I don't exactly, because I've worked with some people who you would never find a department anywhere for. I've met people who are just lazy and don't want to work, and it's like, I don't think they'd want to work at anything. But, you know, it's like, I love the idea of inspiring people and all that, but there's another school of thought that's, if somebody's dragging the team down, it's better to get rid of them sooner than later, because it ends up dragging everyone else down. And I think that that's probably correct. And it's kind of a dark truth that I don't want to accept. But I think in the corporate world, that's the correct move. If somebody is bad at their job, hire someone else. But, I mean, I think it's probably a case-by-case thing. I mean, if you have somebody that, you know, if you have somebody who wants to work and is just not good at a job, you can definitely try to find another job for them. I don't know. I'm kind of glad that I don't have a huge business and have to worry about such problems. The thing about being a writer is you worry about so many things and so many situations you'll never be in, because you're like, what if one day I decide to write about a rich business tycoon who's doing business? So I just wandered the entire border, and I know I've done it before. I just did it again. I don't know what to do about bandits. So I'm going to head back to my capital and see what my spy master has to say. Ha! Ooh, really? 2 days? Hold on. I've actually read Asir Lupin. The original stories that Lupin III is supposed to be the grandson of Lupin. Anyway, he was a contemporary of Sherlock Holmes, and there were actually a couple stories where he encounters Sherlock Holmes, but they're not approved of by Arthur Conan Doyle. This author was kind of being cheeky. But Lupin's stories are kind of cool, because you don't know who Lupin is. You're just reading a story, and somebody is Lupin. He's a master of disguise. He could be anybody. And they're kind of cool. I think the concepts are better than the execution. But, yeah. Lupin is actually cool. I like it. And Lupin III is awesome. My gosh, there's at least one movie I gotta see. I saw an AMV with this guy on a motorcycle with an axe, and I was just like, this is the coolest shit ever. I have to see this movie. SVN hooked up. Yes, my spy network sucks very badly. My spy master is okay. She's okay. I can't fault her too much because she's ridiculously critically under-equipped. Because my kingdom's espionage is so bad, I can't really... It's not her fault. I don't think of her as being particularly outstanding, though. So, I bring you news. Not unexpected, but a sizable group of elves from Kionin has crossed the border to the kingdom. They sent a message to you. You may read it if you wish, but I can state the substance in a few words. We demand you hand over the murderer. We await your response. This is the worst time possible for this to happen. But Murphy's Law is always in play. When else would it happen? Cyril stares at you closely, as if trying to assess something. Is she studying you, or considering the larger situation? I suppose we should meet with them. Back then, near the Thorn River, after the battle with the elven youngsters, I felt Orgatho's presence again. For the first time since I was reborn. Now I feel something similar. A command, or a shadow of one. Besides, I don't like to leave my affairs unfinished. Let's put an end to this. Hey, nobody takes my advisors away. I need to make it abundantly clear to everyone in the world. If you F with one of my advisors, you're messing with the entire might of this kingdom. They are above all of your petty laws, only subject to mine. This is important. It also means that my advisors can trust me. Remember, the oath is sacred, is literally the motto of the kingdom. These are my vassals, and they have sworn their fealty to me, and that carries certain reciprocal things from me. Well, catch you later, rogue. Now, if my spy master turned out to be a double agent, that might not be so good. I think we had enough of that from Tristan already. Fine. We'll meet with these elves. Okay. Well, I guess. Where's this note? I thought it said I got a note. You know what? I don't care if I got a note. It's actually not important. I know where to go, so I guess I'll go. Let's see if there's anything to do here.
My instincts dull when I'm tired.
2 days. I could have Mager Varn. I could put him on the task, because the cultural advisor won't be ready in time, and then I could stick him on that task to fail again. Yeah, he can just screw up another time. 2 days? You know what? That's just enough time for me to go wherever, deal with the situation, and come back. Let's go deal with, the latest problem she's brought down upon my head. I say we turn all the elves who came for her into undead and send them home. Wait, we still have one of the elves that we murdered, but as an undead with us. I wonder, should we just bring the murdered person to speak on our behalf? You ask a difficult question, Peter. That depends on what you mean. As far as I can tell, the events happening in the kingdom management are all random. But the story is, well, 100% linear. I mean, there's a bunch of choices and things going on, but there are some different companions I could have had, apparently, if I had made different choices along the way. But, yeah. It's a predetermined story. I don't know. I don't really care what you have for feats. Honestly, I'm just gonna throw some levels on you so you can cast a few more spells, okay? Like Cure Serious Wounds, or, Cure Light Wounds. Ooh, Flame Strike. That's a good one. I don't know. Hold Person, I guess. Righteous Might, I guess. Not that you're ever going to use it. Alright. Where was that? Improved lightning reflexes. Sure, why not? Sure, why not? Enjoy. Inflict pain. Mass. That's a nice little debuff for all of our foes. Stoneskin comes in a communal form. Yeah, sure, actually, that sounds great. You have a purpose, a reason to exist. Alright, where's this place? Where the hell are the elves? Oh my gosh! Bah. Found you. Ugh, 2 days. Hold on, can I... Yeah, I can go to Glenshire. That's the closest. I think the kingdom management is the purpose of the game. Honestly, aside from some magic items that aren't nearly worth the amount I've spent on BP, the kingdom management doesn't really give very much to my adventuring. I mean, as long as I'm in my lands, I get some nice bonuses, like immunity to poison, but that's only inside my own territory, and the worst battles always happen outside my territory, so... If you just wanted to play Pathfinder, your best bet would... Oh, wait, shit, there it is. Your best bet would be to just turn on the Automate Kingdom Management button, and then you just turned the Kingdom Management off.
Enjoyment is the essence of life.
Ah, shit.
The short-lived make plans, build careers, strive for power, as if they have the time for this. If my life was so terrifyingly short, I would think of nothing but pleasure.
Yeah, that's actually a hole. You fall into that trap and you end up depressed. But you don't understand that, Miss Elf. Okay, yeah, I thought that's how she worked, like a sorcerer. Actually, I think my kingdom might be paying for itself at this point with its BP. But there's no way to sell BP back into gold. It's a one-way streak. Not that I have any use for gold either, so...
Everyone counts on me.
Well, let's start by boosting our skills so that we're going to be better at talking. Better at spotting traps. Better at shooting elves dead. Better at any knowledge checks that never come up. Why did I even build a character for knowledge skills? I used to think that it was important, that I was missing out on something. I was mistaken. I don't think I need to put that much effort into this. But I will at least give myself basic boosts. Ooh, level up. Grave silence follows you as you approach the elves. They do not move, staring at you and Jathal as if they are waiting for something, or rather, someone. A dark-haired elven woman emerges from behind the crowd and greets you with a nod. At the sight of her, seeming almost something almost imperceptible changes in Jethal's eyes. It's hard not to notice their incredible similarity. Hey, we have a thing for immortality if you kill somebody that's in your own family. I mean, if you want to stop being undead. My daughter, my favorite creation and most capable student. What a pleasure it is to see you leading this band of murderers who have come for my head. Murmurs of outrage erupt from the elven crowd, but the leader remains calm. The dark eyes of the girl burn with determination, and there's a blush on her cheeks. It's amazing how such small details change her face, otherwise nearly indistinguishable from the pale, lifeless face of her mother. I thought you would know that I couldn't stay away. Didn't you always teach me to be responsible for my actions and follow things through? I mean, honestly, that's the correct thing to say. Open your eyes, girls. Didn't I teach you to think with your head and not fall into traps laid by facile provocation? You might have reasoned that I've no use in killing those foolish young elves you wish to avenge. True, you had no use for it, but if they were any use to you, you would have killed them without hesitation. Right, Mother? I know you better than anyone. I know how far you might go if no one stops you. I persuaded the court to send you into exile. I used everything I could. Friends, connections, the arts of logic and persuasion you taught me, and achieved the mildest punishment possible. It was a mistake. If I hadn't done it, our unfortunate youths would still be drawing breath. Love blinded me. You told me many times that our feelings are our worst advisors, but only now have I finally learned this lesson. It is my duty to stop you, and I will see it through. I'm sorry, King. I have no wish to invade your lands, but there's no other way. Give us the murder, and we shall leave in peace. So, you want to avenge a few young elves, even after finding out that this was a trap from an inquisitor. These elves, your people, came into my lands and attacked one of mine. Now, you come into my lands and declare that you want one of my advisors. Do you understand that I will send a military, tens of thousands in number, to raise your kingdom? Because this is, by definition, an act of war. That's what I'd like to say. Something along those lines. Maybe a little more thought and care into the exact wording, since he had all day to think about it while traveling here. Let's see if that's the option. And yet I ask you to leave. There's no need to spill any more blood. I think there's a qualitative difference. There's just something missing in this sentence. You know? Hey, this is a damn good one here. At least it brings into that. But, you know me, I'm going to pick the option that makes a diplomacy check. The king of this torn land is right. We are not some robbers to attack his companions, even in the name of justice. There we go. Alright, I guess that worked. Lawful neutral? Chaotic good? I think I'm within my rights as a king to give them the middle finger. I don't think it's... the alignments are all mixed up as usual. One person. Two person. You leave us no choice. Oh my gosh, seriously, the threats of I will actually send an effing army into your lands would have gotten them to go away. Like, seriously, this was a moment for intimidate. Are you sure you wish to have the blood of thousands on your hands? That would probably make them turn pale and run away. But no. We're gonna do this. You know, perhaps she talks a good game, but perhaps she has ulterior motives to offer, Mother. It wouldn't be at all surprising. Well, I have a new spell to try out. Which one do we want? Overwhelming Presence? Should have walked into camp with this on. Or do I just want to scream at them? I have a really great scream right here. They'd all have to save or stun, and the DC is pretty good. Although, I do love the aura that just makes them all prostrate themselves before me. Oh, that would feel good. I'm just gonna scream at them. Fools! Stunned 3 of them. Not bad. That's, holy crick, that's 3/5 of their army right there. 3/5 of our opponents taken down before they had a chance to move. Okay, this guy's holding a stick. He can't be trusted. Kill him first. Never trust a fantasy character holding a big stick. They're about to do something terrible.
Out of the way!
Oh, you still had 4 more arrows. I guess we're sparing her daughter for some reason. Okay.
This will hurt!
While killing all the others, of course. Other people don't matter, after all. How you feeling? She fell over.
Enemy near.
Didn't you guys leave? They came back! What? They came back! What, you expect me to have you move or do something? Fine. That's a pretty effective thing to do, I think. Ooh, ow!
A solid plan.
Here, end that. Ha! That's a great quote. Where the other houses can take one of ours captive. With impunity is the day we're no longer a house to be feared. That's an excellent quote that sums it up fairly well. Yeah. Alright. Improved evasion. My favorite ability. I'm such a big fan of improved evasion. It's awesome. What now? Oh my gosh! Good job. You managed to get a whole shit ton of your people killed. Alright, where's that aura? What, isn't this supposed to be centered on me? It's not? I can place it? Okay, how does this work? Do I... Oh, okay, I target them. Okay. Feels kind of like that hockey ability in One Piece. Emperor's aura, or whatever it's called. -5 wisdom. -3 wisdom. We're hitting them so hard we're knocking the wisdom out of them. Brain damage. She's gonna undead her daughter. Oh, no, no, she stood up. She's still fine. Just fine. Jethel approaches the fallen Nortella and freezes like a statue. The scene from the elven camp at Thorn River repeats itself once again, But now, instead of some unknown elven girl, her own daughter lies at the Inquisitor's feet, and seems still alive. I hear you. Jethel speaks under her breath, and you realize she is talking to neither her daughter, nor to you, nor anyone else. For a moment, you're filled with a strange sensation of someone else's presence. Someone evil, but somehow jubilant. And then the feeling fades. Jethel's eyes grow clear. Yes, mistress, I am ready. Orgatha wants me to choose one of the two paths of faith. I can use Tanaka's ritual to regain a living body with all the pleasures it offers. The children I can then bear will be a source of my immortality. I will be an eternal spirit, changing temporary vessels, and even the ages-long lifespans of the elves will be to me as a season. Wait, what? You're gonna have children for the sole express purpose of murdering them? There is another way. I will remain undead, eternal, unchanging, impeccable. In exchange for my final sacrifice, Orgatha will grant me a new power, a perfect spirit, or perfect undead. Either way, I shall be her perfect follower. All that my goddess requires is the life of my daughter here and now. A fine choice. I always knew Orgatha would someday demand it from you. My life. Ah, is that the reason you came out here? To strike first? Because you thought your mother was going to inevitably kill you? I mean, you did just try to kill her. I suppose the fact that she's your daughter apparently means nothing to you, does it? Oh, body stealing. Wow, she really doesn't give a shit. Okay, well. This is incredibly evil and horrific, and the kind of thing that most of the characters we play in video games would strive to put an end to, that he would not have any issues with at all. I think that the evil king would probably prefer this in a servant. An unkillable servant as opposed to one who can be slain. Wow, this is absurdly evil. Alright, well, our spy master is an absolute monster. Duly noted. I'll have to be very careful that this creature does not turn on me. It has no loyalty, not even to its own child. Its child recognized this and struck first, which seems to have been the correct decision. But she didn't have the strength to pull it off. So, on our philosophical debate about what is evil, I think we have a nice clean example here. If there was any doubt as to her alignment, it is very much cleared up now, I think. Frickin' 12 skill points. That's what happens when you up your intelligence. Well, you're a spy master, so you should probably be a master of trickery. I mean, seriously. That sounds like something you should know how to do. Ah, boy. Ooh. Honestly, that was sufficiently terrible that I feel a bit sick to my stomach. That was... ugh. Ick. Alright. Angelic aspect, cut that right off of her spell list. That's not a thing she can do. Period. Alright, let's see. I don't know. What do we got here? Ranged touch attack. Orb of the Void. Sea Mantle? Summon an Elder Elemental and... this sounds sufficiently horrific. Murdering your own child. For power? No, that's the definition of evil right there. There's no ways around it. None. That's, oof. That is far beyond the realm of pragmatism. My goodness, I should have sold things before coming out here. Let's see, somebody... Yeah, you. Here you go. Significant... What? Where'd that come from? Put that back. Significant upgrade there. Drop these spears. Ah! But we're gonna pick up more crap in a second. So let's keep dumping. Ugh. It's not often I witness something that actually makes me feel a bit sick. Like, sick to the stomach is not an emotion... Emotion? Physical sensation I get from media very often. Ugh. Ugh. Alright. Yeah, there's just something especially wrong about murdering your own child. Something especially icky about that. Never once cleaned her room. Ah, yes, of course. Should have realized. What power did she gain, by the way? Just filling in a loose connection because I can. Just want to keep as many of these lines solid as possible. So when it's calculating the shortest possible route. Alright, let's see why we got a red exclamation point. I bet those two things just ended. Let's see. That'll mean I can assign them to 2 different missions they can fail. Still no idea what to do about the bandits.
I feel tired.
I can't find them. Oh, you know what? Let's sell. Before I forget and end up wandering around with too much crap in my inventory again, let's just dump everything we have right now. Oh shit, I never went back to that one door. I can open it now. Oh wait, yes I did. I think I was disappointed with what was in it, wasn't I? Yeah, I think that's what happened. One of these days I just need to go through every area I've already been just to search everywhere to complete those set items and turn them over to the curator, because that'll get me a bunch of culture and some magic items. Eternal Clarity? Is that the bonus? Did she get a bonus called Eternal Clarity? I don't see anything on her saves. I don't know what Eternal Clarity is. That's why I'm asking, because that's the only strange thing I'm spotting. I was wondering if she had just gained a new spell. Like, she gained the ability to make undead early on.
Let us be careful.
Wonder what would happen if you told her to spare her daughter. Would her daughter have done something, or given you something, or joined your kingdom? Possibilities? You mean it had multiple different things that could have multiple potential outcomes? Well, the +2 to Dex makes her a better spy, I guess. I continue saving all the meat even though I'm not eating it. Jeez, we've got a ton of cash here today. You know what these are? A piece of history. In the coming decades from now, when our kingdom is thriving, I'll auction these off once in a while to rich collectors. The ones I didn't collect will decompose long before then. Yes. Ah, let's not lose our Scroll of Raised Dead. We need more of those. Just making sure I'm not selling anything I'll regret. Looks good. Holy crap, I'm absurdly wealthy and nothing to spend. We've gained 1 level, and we have a couple of rings of deflection that are better. Are we ready to fight the boss at the bottom of the Tiberius depths now? No, definitely not. Not yet. You know, my spy master sucks now, but I bet in 500 years she'll be pretty good at the job. Oh, what a surprise! Harem failed! Grumbling, furious, and terrified all at the same time. Holy shit, somebody actually completed their task correctly! Well, good job, my Cyclopean buddy! Alright, Hiram, would you please fail at this for the third or possibly fourth time? I hate this so much. Our constant failures. I hate them so much. It's so bad. In 3 days, I'll be able to rank people up in 1 week. I'll be able to gather the tokens, the crisis tokens, twice as fast, as well as just ranking everyone up so they stop failing. But I need time to do it. I need like 6 months where nothing is going down to just rank everyone up. Alright, for ending today, I'm gonna ask the almighty sage Google. Find a way to deal with the bandits. War of the River Kings. Bandits. Alright. Alright, let's see what we need to do here. Sometime we're dealing with particular band. River Blades Camp. Starting in the Rushlight Fields, and then they say a whole bunch of directions. Alright, to the Rushlight Fields, I guess. Are we exhausted again? Of course we are. We're always fatigued. We're forever and eternally fatigued. It's just the way of the universe.
I'll go ahead.
I should probably buy more of these. I guess I'll get to those later. I don't intend to let anyone die. I'm sure this won't be hard. None of them have been hard yet. Alright, so first thing we gotta do is we gotta get to the Rushlight Fields, and then I can follow the directions from there. Oh! My summoner. So everyone managed to gain a level now. Excellent! Well, guess we might as well give the summoner her level. Okay. So... where's the red exclamation point over my kingdom still? I thought I took care of everything. 16th level, the Eidolons lose resistant and gain amorphous anatomy ability. 30% chance to ignore critical hits and sneak attacks. I already give them immunity to those things. And immunity to polymorph effects. Okay. But they lose their resistance to acid. Okay, no, they become immune to acid. Okay, yeah. Yep, all up. Alright. I mean, that's all good things. But what I really want is Summon Nature's Ally 9. That's what I really want. Oh, well. Okay, so damage reduction. This is new. Damage reduction. I am all for it. Fast healing. A must-have. Amorphous. I'm still taking it because, I mean, why wouldn't I want immunity to crits? 50% isn't good enough. I want complete immunity. And then from there... Man, I mean, there are some good options now. Now that we're high level, there's some cool shit. I could build some very interesting builds. But... damage is for archers. You are literally just a wall of meat. That's all you'll ever be. It's not changing now. Oh, this is the max level. Okay, max level options for the summoner. Well, mass stuff. Summon a greater elemental. True seeing is good. Heroism greater is awesome. Creeping doom is kind of fun. A swarm of insects. Jeez, I've got that covered. Mass invisibility is fun. I mean, I'm always just gonna cast the summoning spell anyway. Let's take Creeping Doom. Giant swarm of insects. Sounds delightful. Oh, he didn't level up. Pooh. Alright, let's take a peek. What's up? Where did this come from? Stripped of feeling! A most surprising phenomenon has beset the kingdom. In some settlements, the people have completely lost any and all emotion. May just say that their feelings were stolen by fey blacksmiths who forge weapons. Oh, cool! Meanwhile, the mortals who have lost their souls in this way have turned into merciless psychopaths. Wow, Harem's bad at a lot of things. Well, I don't think there's shit I can do about it. I think they're just out of luck. Oh well. Instead of being psychopaths, could you guys think about maybe being cold, emotionless machines that just do whatever they're told to? That would be good for me. The Giggling Hill. I wonder. Alright, I need to go to the Rushlight Fields, and then we'll take directions from there. Can I show my kingdom stats again? Shit, I didn't catch that. I will show that. Just hold on. We're gonna do this quest. All these quests have been quick and easy, so I don't expect much from this. Okay, southwest. Alright. When you say east, which one do you mean? I guess you mean this one? North. Northwest. I am curious to check out Hemlock Island. West. North. Northwest. Oh, there, got it. Got it. Cool. Okay. I somehow thought that my scouting could see things in this giant block of nothingness. I thought my scouting saw things pretty far around me, but I guess not. Just me not understanding my own zone of scouting. After this, we'll go back to the kingdom and see what we can see. We've got multiple things in play that are going to take time, so... God, I want to fix my advisors so that they function more than 16% of the time. Ah, crap. Of course, she hasn't rested yet.
Hesitation is a waste of time. I do things my way.
Oh, shit, we're not done yet. Hold on. Wait a minute. We're almost ready for you. Poop. I need to get a haste in still. Alright, well, I guess it's bandit button time. See, it said that the bandit attacks were on my border, too. I was really expecting the bandits to be on my border. Not in the middle of their country. That's another thing that confused me. Barbarians! I choose you! Fear the flaming sword barbarians. They're much better than that crappy 3-bear tribe, I tell ya. Better than the Tiger Lords, in my opinion. For all their big talk about adamants in their bones, the Tiger Lords weren't so great. No, more fire. A 190. Nice. Alright. Now, I'm gonna slip over here and add a little shit.
You should have run.
Now, I was in the middle of buffing. Honestly, that's enough buffs. Let's go. Oh.
Path is clear.
Pretentious. Naming themselves with more bears than they deserve. You know what? Sorry, Arrow Lord. Still, I stunned a whole bunch of people. Even killed someone. That was a highly effective shout. I should have just scooched forward before making it. Oh, shit. Did you just trigger another battle before this one's over? Thanks. Oh well, it's no big deal. You know, I haven't used Burning Entanglement in an age. Yeah, sure. Ha ha ha! Yeah, I think that about takes care of things. My fire elementals can hike around in this stuff. I'll add more fire. Death by fire, that's the theme today. He'll make himself invisible so he's sneak attackier. You know what we need? A wall of fire. No! More living giant fire monsters. Flames alive. Nobody's prepared for when the land itself rises up and bursts into flames. And the flames take shape and begin trying to gnaw your head off. Also, I'm sure the overwhelming presence isn't helping matters any for them. Pretty sure that makes it even harder for them. Wow, these barbarians are kicking ass. They're so freaking screwed. Man, when enchantment spells actually work, the bard kicks so much ass with them. Just utterly ruins his foes. Unfortunately, too many of the enemies in this game are not bandits, but are undead or golems or... This person has a name. Oh, hello. I didn't even get to talk to you. And now your ankle's broked. I think you're dead. I don't know who you are, but you're not tough enough to survive this.
Let the attack commence.
Oh, somehow you crawled out of that, still alive. Please don't kill me. I'm not interested in dying for Iravetti. Let the dirty creep get someone from his fancy thieves guild in here. See how they like the job, or the way he gets handsy. I have no grudge against you. Iravetti just didn't give me a choice. Wow, lawful good and chaotic evil are in perfect agreement. As usual. Who are you? Chief of the River Razors. Yeah. You can kill us all, or we could take our chances fighting your kingdom. Okay, you were bandits beforehand anyway. Personally, I'm wondering, can't I hire you into some position? What use have I for letting you live? Yeah, look at this. You've got information about us. You've been planning attacks. Yes. Fighting war is way different from day-to-day banditry on a river or highway. Our gang dwindled by the day. Iravetti just wanted to throw us into his bloodbath so we could damage you as much as possible before dying. Yep, that sounds like a valid strategy. I could have easily done the same. To put it mildly, he hounded me like a swarm of wasps in his pants. This time as Pitax, he'd go crazy. He was holding the strange wooden sword. What's this now? Strange wooden sword. Does he have an artifact? No idea where he got it from, but he's manic about it now. I see. The Fae are involved again. It always comes down to them, doesn't it? For once, I actually believed, yes, a rival king is declaring war on me because he's an asshole. For once, I actually thought this wasn't going to come back to the Fae. My mistake. I was naive. When he got close, he touched me with the sword, I think by accident, but he turned immediately and tried to pin me against the wall. Pushed him away and was ready to knock him one, but stopped myself. He could have had me killed for that. Since getting that wooden stick, it's like he's completely lost his mind. Ah, well, you've provided some useful information. He has an exclusive guild for thievery. I kind of liked how Discworld handled their thieves and assassins guilds. Well, unfortunately, you're not providing any reason to keep you alive. You're already... I mean, good grief. You're already dead.
Attack!
Sorry. There was no profit in sparing you. You should have offered to make yourself useful. But from the dialogue options, we couldn't see any use. And no one is gonna fault this. There will be no PR backlash for killing bandits. Neutral, 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 neutral. Yeah! Too many enemies are immune to enchantment. But yeah, no, what you just said is the reason why you don't catch me playing paladins so much. Paladins, on paper, are the most OP class in the game. You read them. It doesn't matter if it's 3rd edition, 2nd edition, Pathfinder made Smite Evil so much more ridiculous because it even applies to AC. It used to be a Smite was a single attack. Now it's like you point at somebody and you just... every attack you make against them is a Smite. It is so ridiculous what Paladins can do. Even without bringing Holy Avengers into it. And you know you want a Holy Avenger if you're Paladin. But the reason I never play Paladins is because... what if the evil Overlord just sends a golem? I mean, honestly, if I was an evil Overlord, I would have golems to deal with Paladins. I'd have all kinds of constructs and things. And the Paladin... I mean, they're not useless in a fight against non-evil foes, but they will definitely be underperforming. And it's like... you don't want to play a character who's either overpowered or significantly underpowered. In every situation you run into, you're either overpowered or underpowered. There's no in-between. Like, a ranger... if a ranger is... It doesn't matter if you're fighting your favorite enemy or not. A ranger's always effective. They're more effective against their favorite enemy. Oh, hi, what's this? We found more bandits. But, it's not like the Paladin. The Paladin straight up requires... Now, I do want to try someday playing a spellcaster who has all of those narrow use spells that never see play. You know, the spells that are like specifically wreck undead, specifically take control of an enemy construct, specifically hijack your enemy's summon. There's a spell that just says, I hijack your summon. Like, how glorious would that be? But 9 out of 10 battles, that's just going to be a dead card in your hand that you can't play. But someday, I would love to play a wizard who just has all of them. It's just like... It would be so dumb. The only way I can see it working is if I actually got to play a Gestalt. Then I would play a Sorcerer Wizard without hesitation. I think a Gestalt Sorcerer Paladin is the best Gestalt. Gestalt is where it's a thing. Basically, you're playing two classes simultaneously. Like, they're merged. They're merged into a single class. So when you level up, if you were a... let's just take an example. If you were Fighter Rogue, Dynamite combination, you would basically have all the sneak attack of the Rogue with the base attack and feats of the Fighter. And the Rogue's evasion and other skills. Like, it's just ridiculous. But I would play the Wizard Sorcerer, even though it would be subpar combination, because as a sorcerer I just have Magic Missile, Fireball, just general purpose spells good in any combat, and then the wizard would prepare nothing but narrow use spells in the wizard slots, and it would just be great. Though, personally, I think the most fun to play from a roleplay perspective would be the Wizard Barbarian. You're really, really studious and nerdy and just always... But you have a lot of hit points, and anti-magic fields make you angry. Really, really angry. Anything that magic can't solve just pisses you off so much. It'd be so much fun to play. Every time, like you'd probably create like some kind of rule for your role play. Like the third time you fail spell resistance, you just lose control. Like spell resistance just pisses you off. All that kind of stuff. It would just be a blast. But yeah, there's a lot of Gestalt combinations that would be amazing. Monk Rogue? Oh man, Monk Rogue would be so OP. Oh shit. Oh wow, this guy's been busy, hasn't he? Ah, whatever. Oh shit, the game is broken again. Oh, please, no. Oh, please don't break on me. Well. Shit. You know what, that's it for today. I will solve this encounter before the next time we stream. Next time we will be, I don't know, I think we'll probably just have to go home to the kingdom. Last thing I'll do, I promised I'd show the kingdom stats, so let's look at the kingdom stats, and then I'm going to go to bed. Yeah, bed sounds good. Ah, of course, I know me. I'm going to watch some stupid anime memes or something to wind down for a little bit. You can't just go from 60 to 0, like, at instant. You can't just go from live streaming, which is pretty high energy activity, actually, to immediately passing out and sleeping. So there's always a wind down period where I just watch dumb shit on YouTube, maybe eat a little something, and then I go to sleep. It just is. I don't know, maybe other people don't have that problem. I have no idea how other streamers do. A Test of Steel, another Sword Lord tournament. Competition will determine the participants' social status and their influence in Mavon. A young, ambitious warrior has asked that she be trained by servants of the king. Why is Amari bad at this? This is exactly what Amari is for! Look, tell you what. I'm just gonna cast a bunch of buffs on you right before the fight, okay? Okay. Trust me, I'm very good at bluffing. No one will know that I'm cheating for you, okay? And I'm very persuasive, so you're not gonna disagree with me. God, my espionage hurts. Every time I see it, it just... Ow! It's so bad. I need more cities. I really wish I could just get a bunch of crisis points somehow. Like some special event or something. Just a one-time thing where a merchant will sell them to me. I don't know. I just need some... anything to stop these disasters. My stats have not been going up. They have just being brutalized. Especially by this stupid thunder god. What did I do to piss him off? Who in the world decided to fart in the wind or whatever it is that pisses off a storm god? What did you guys do? How do you piss off a storm god? I mean, they're probably always angry. It's probably part of their portfolio. Angry all the time. But seriously... If I find the asshole whose boasts pissed it off, I'm going to have that guy on a spike. The damage this has caused is just unreasonable. Yeah, I'm going to pour all my crisis points into getting rid of that thing on the next go. I'm going to earn crisis points, and I'm going to dump them all next month on that one thing. That has to end. Has to be stopped. Anyway, you're just comparing my stats with your kingdom? How much better is your kingdom's stats? You actually knew what you were doing. Your stats are probably significantly better. Oh! You know, I can actually accept that it was the dog. That would actually be amazing. And you know what the problem is? The king is ranting about what he'll do to the guy who pissed the storm god off. Then he finds out it's Econ's dog. And he's like, oh, it's the dog. I don't give a shit about the dog. Oh, crap, it's Econ. Shit, it's one of my advisors. No, not even a god can cut into my own. These are my advisors. It's just like, no. This is my land that your storms are passing over. And these are my advisors. If I have to have you assassinated, I'll find a way. No matter how long it takes. Anyway. Our evil king won't lose to anyone. I hope. Alright, until next time and every time, this is Hadriex signing off. Good night. Goodbye. Oh my gosh, your ranks are... Hold on. I want to compare and contrast. 8, I'm behind. 8, I'm behind. 7, okay. 8, no, 9, holy crap, that's good. 8, 7, or to my 3, 7 to my 4. Oh, jeez. I don't understand how I fell so far behind. I've pushed rank ups as much as I could. I don't know how I fell so far behind if we're tied for where we are in the game. All I know is I'll be able to rank up in half the time now. It's right there. This is like the most important upgrade we've ever had. This is a big deal, and I should be able to start pushing them now. Bye!